Oh yeah, yeah.
I picked it up with a stick, got it on that brick right there, and came back out of it. I seen that the
Yeah, Jim was saying something about that earlier.
it was a little brown stripe on it. It wasn't nothing but a little
I think I'm live. I probably started the wrong stream, so.
But you know what it meant. You know the color of it, what it meant.
What color was?
Copperhead.
Oh no,
Baby copperhead.
them little, yeah, but they
brick red.
Yeah.
When it's little, but it's solid color. And then later on, when it get a certain size, you start getting them pretty patches on.
Hey, copperhead is not one you want to tango with.
It's a beautiful snake. It got pink, brick red,
beautiful deader,
and then it got another little different color red on it.
What
the pattern on it is beautiful.
What's up, everybody? John TheMorgile coming to you live from Greenville, South Carolina. Hope y'all are doing very well. If I started the wrong stream, I'm sorry. But give me a thumbs up if you can see and hear me, and I'm just going to jam for a minute while y'all pile in. All right. Alright, no thumbs up yet, so I guess y'all cannot see nor hear me, huh? Yeah, give me some thumbs, please, y'all. Oh, one whole thumb. Y'all suck, dude. No, I'm kidding. One thumb is better than no thumbs. Oh. Hell yeah. Sorry. Hell yeah. Sorry. Hello, what's up, Target Whitman, Bull Turple? Put my phone on Do Not Disturb real fast, y'all. And oh, it's right here somewhere in my pocket.
Let me put some on.
Yeah. Yeah.
First, I have to know
it's right there. Well, I mean, that's the main thing. Just say no, man, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want.
I hate to say that. I'm wrong. I'm 50 something.
So my phone is a piece of crap, and I just put it on Do Not Disturb because if someone decides to call me while I'm doing the stream, then it does all that. Uncle Black in the house. Right. What's up?
Yo.
All right.
Man out here
Fred.
To take tips and donations.
That's right. Tips and donations are accepted. Yeah, the stream stopped working because someone called. I'm gonna go back to it, and then I got a few things I wanted to say and let y'all know what's going on. But let me see some more thumbs and some shares would be nice as well. Cool.
We appreciate the money that jingle, but we love and appreciate the money that vote.
Yeah, I think y'all probably heard them, but yeah, the jingle is great. The fold is better, and yeah, no kidding. Believe it or not, when you get locked up in a cage for a month for a whole lot of nothing, it doesn't exactly it doesn't do wonders for your financial situation. So yeah, e-begging in the house. Not really though, but we definitely appreciate the channel supporters. You guys are the best, and we will talk about the whole fiat currency thing here in a minute. But I'm going to go back to shredding for a minute because I think we can do better than 3 people before we start, talking about anything important.
I see the little snakes.
Yeah.
Right there.
let's see, fucking 4 people, dude. Y'all are some diehard gangsters, dude, for real. Y'all are some diehard gangsters, dude, for real. And I am going to play one mo, and then I'm gonna to just talk y'all's fucking ears off, man. Yeah. I got like a cot. Honestly, it probably won't even fit. Like,
It was in the kids' room, so it might be a two.
you know what I'm saying is the square footage on the floor is so small. Like, unless it's
got a big ass cat smaller than this.
yeah, dude, that motherfucker not even. It's like as wide as that. Not even as wide as that sidewalk. Nah, because dude's got a whole rack built.
Yeah, he got shells.
Yeah, shelves built, and then there's just shit everywhere, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean it's better than it was before, but it's full up. Yeah. All right. So there you go, dude. Yay. Love to, man. Love to. Really ain't even get warmed up in this bitch, man. But that's okay because we need to speak a bit about the gross injustices and deceptions in this world, man. Can I play Weezer? I mean, I actually love Weezer, bro. Bull Terpo. Um, yeah, Weezer's got some good ones though, right? Buddy Holly, Say It Ain't So, fucking Hash Pipes. Oh yeah, all about some hash pipes. No, anyway, so yeah, lot of things I want to say, man. First of all, it's good to be free, but then sometimes we are prisoners in other ways. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know, being locked up for a whole lot of nothing, victimless crimes and signing away basically a year of your life to probation, or else 3 years suspended sentence for driving on a suspended license. I don't know, man. It seems a bit excessive, but I would say it's a microcosm of the wider scope of issues that we deal with in the modern era, right? So you've got, in my opinion, gross injustice posing as justice, right? So evil calling itself good. And the vast majority of people, even so-called or self-professed woke Christians, are deeply, deeply under the spell and deception of, the fallen one, right? For lack of a better word. And so starting with that, like if we can at least agree on that, as a starting point, it's no big surprise that you've got bigger issues, right? So, for example, the monetary system, NASA, the for-profit prison system, fluoride in the water. Like there's so many, just myriad of instances where, a rational, sane person, slightly interested, can find just all sorts of gross injustices that we all just sort of accept and go along with, because it comes by the sort of official decree of the state, right? And so I think one way to put it is everyone, Christians included, but certainly the worshippers of science, have basically become statists. They've become automatons for the state, and basically the evil Freemasonic fucking probably reptilian committees on high, that are running shit, just basically get away with murder because, decent good people are fucking deceived and worshippers of the state, right? So they put their faith in the dollar, in the sigil magic that is worthless fiat currency, right? The dollar, right? So people's faith is in that, and because of that, they've got us by the balls, right? They can basically, and by they, I mean, the archons, they can just do whatever the fuck they want, man, and nobody's going to stop them. What do I think of Jaren being in Glober? Matrix is real 69. Yeah, I think it's I call shenanigans, bro. Fucking shenanigans, dude. For sure. Because first of all, there was all kinds of stuff wrong with the footage from Antarctica, man. I did a few streams. I did like one that was like 5 hours long, going through just how ridiculous the footage was. But beyond that, even let's just say there wasn't all the issues with the footage and with how basically Jaren shoved away everyone that was in his corner with both hands leading up to the whole Antarctica thing, the final experiment, right? There was a lot. There was a lot of things other than just the problem with the footage, but what I'm saying is shenanigans, dude. Shenanigans. Because even if it was perfect footage, there was no problems, and even if all the other stuff, wasn't afoot, it's not enough to like cancel out all of the other things too, right? So it's not just like there's one thing that would lead a person to believe, or that would lead one to abandon their existing belief system in the ball earth. It's a bunch of things. Like there's a laundry list of things. In fact, all of the so-called proofs of the spinning ball earth crumble under rational scrutiny. Like it falls apart. It's the emperor has no clothes when it comes to the ball earth. And so in order to be an outspoken flurfer, especially back in the climate of like 2015, 2016, you're sure of it. It's not just something that you think, or it's not some belief that you're entertaining. Like it is an obvious thing that hits you like a ton of bricks once you get it, right? And so you can't fake that, and you can't like they say, once you go flat, you never go back, because there's just too much. There's too much proof. It is an empirical mountain of objective proof that leads one to that conclusion, right? And so the whole thing with Jaren was a surprise to me, but it wasn't something that was news. So in other words, a lot of people that I was pretty close with had been sort of warning me or prophesying that Jaren and Bob, rest in peace, were basically industry plants that were going to one day what's the underwater missiles fucking that they come I'm stoned, okay? I smoked some pot, give me a break. Torpedo. They were going to torpedo the whole movement, right? And I didn't believe it. I thought it actually ruined a couple of friendships. But lo and behold, it was exactly the whole Gleason's, the AE, azimuthal equidistant projection, being sort of conflated as a model that was championed by a lot of people, the likes of Jaren, that was supposedly going to be the foundation for this torpedoing by Jaren and them. So people warned me of that sort of thing way back, like 2018 or so, and I didn't want to hear it. I wanted to believe otherwise. And so when the whole Antarctica thing started happening, I wasn't invited, by the way. I probably wouldn't have gone, but then again, maybe I would have. Didn't even come up. But Nathan Oakley, for example, tried to help Jaren prepare himself for the final experiment thing, and basically it turned into a whole fucking shit show, right? Dang, I got caught there. Is any more of this beer left, man? Hell no. Oh, I got some soda pop. I'm gonna go grab a soda pop here in a second. But what do I think about that? I think he was probably given an offer he couldn't refuse. There is a train of thought that is probably true that he was always intended to be sort of the destroyer of the movement, right? Because maybe I was naive, maybe I just put too much trust in people, which I definitely do. But I didn't want to see it coming, and I didn't believe it. And, for the longest time, I think that, the work that Jaren did was ultimately a plus for the movement. Maybe there is yet another chapter of this that we have not, that we haven't yet seen, right? Because I know that Jaren's a good dude. I do know that. I only met him once in person, right? But we worked together, virtually on the phone and on web meetings or whatever for a number of years, right? And I think he's a good person. He's certainly no dummy, but also there were a few things that would make you raise an eyebrow, and again, maybe I didn't want to see it, right? And I definitely do that sort of thing all the time, right? But yeah, man. So maybe he was given an offer he couldn't refuse. Maybe he was an industry plant the whole time, which is probably the truth. But at the end of the day, he brought a lot of attention to the movement that wasn't there before with his sort of shenanigans. And, we'll see what happens. I mean, the truth doesn't need people, right, in order to be the truth, right? Lies definitely need people to, to promote. But the truth will be here long after we're all gone, right? And so there's that. I mean, I think that at the end of the day, the most important part of this is already completed, right? And that is to say, it woke a lot of people up to even considering the topic, right? Because the way that the system's set up, like before we're even fully online as human beings, right? They've got us believing in the ball, believe it or not. Like it's subliminally, sort of subconsciously everywhere. It's ubiquitous. And so any sort of debate or logical argument that we might have had against the ball when we were little kids is taken care of, right? Like they eliminated the questioning of the ball, right? And so just the simple fact that people are now reconsidering the topic and looking back at books like Zetetic Astronomy, that the topic isn't just some new fad that has sprung up recently. Like there was an active and live debate going on for the entire time since fucking Copernicus or whatever, right? But because of the fact that they've basically forced us into this belief system under duress when we're just little kids, that's like a huge part of the Great Deception, in my opinion. And so the fact that that has been exposed and people are actually reconsidering their belief system is sort of mission accomplished, right? And so at the end of the day, with Jaron doing sort of this ridiculous, seemingly idiotic flip-flop, right? Because of obvious shenanigans in Antarctica, right? And watch my stream, but like one primary example is intersection of shadows on a local level, right? So it was either shot on some sort of a stage or something, like there was shenanigans going on with the footage, right? And so whether he was a part of that or not is sort of irrelevant. The point being is the shenanigans sort of had the Streisand effect. So trying to hush something up, amplified and multiplied, it increased the number of people that were looking at the topic. So either way, I mean, no publicity is bad publicity. And again, the truth doesn't need cheerleaders or people to promote it, right? So just because Jaron seems to have gotten an offer that he couldn't refuse doesn't somehow add curvature to the Earth surface, and nor does it add rotational or orbital motion to the Earth that does not exist either. All right. Christians can't smoke pot, can they? Yeah, dude. Of course. Jaron was the guy who pushed the idea of there being no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. Yeah, I mean, right. And so that's something that's the sort of thing that Jaron didn't normally do. And any person following the sort of zetetic process, which Jaron certainly did, wouldn't do it, right? It's sort of uncharacteristic of all of his other body of work. There's that thing. I mean, he was a big part of sort of conflating the azimuthal equidistant projection with a model, right? So that it would be tantamount to taking a Mercator projection and calling that a globe Earth model. It ain't. It's not what it is. And so that sort of goes hand in hand with it. So championing the AE projection as a flat Earth model, and also really cheerleading for the concept of no 24-hour sun in Antarctica. When one has never actually been to Antarctica, it's kind of foolish, and it's not the sort of thing that dude normally did. And so I don't know, if you're putting on your tinfoil hat and being conspiratorial minded, yeah, I mean, it would seem like shenanigans. You know what I'm saying, dude? Yes, Christians can smoke pot, bull, turple. Like, really, if you think about it, the one sort of ritual that even the official Christendom accepts from Jesus himself is the whole communion thing, the Last Supper, right? So basically, he was eating and breaking bread with his homies and blessed the wine, and they maybe caught a buzz. I don't know. But that's like the one thing he said to do, right? Because I don't know, man. And we're not going to get into that whole other topic right now. But yes, Christians can totally smoke pot. Anyway. All right. So, yeah. So what? So when you get locked up for 5 weeks, it just doesn't do much for your financial situation. Lily's okay, if I didn't tell you guys. I was so worried about that dog. Nobody knew where I was or what the fuck happened to me for a few weeks, right? And so I wasn't exactly in the greatest of financial situations leading up to January the 6th, but after that, it's looking pretty grim. I've got a few things cooking, but it's not looking good, man. So, with that being said, if you would like to support the channel, PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, I will put links in the description. They are on my About page. Dang, I got cotton mouth, dude. I'm gonna take a quick break and grab a soda pop, and then when I come back, I'll probably strum a bit. A few more things to say. There's like a couple very important things that I wanted to get across, and it's just not happening. So I'm gonna try to take a break, get rid of this cotton mouth, and I'll be right back. Y'all just don't go nowhere, or I'll know. Yeah. You want something to drink, man? All right. I'll be right back.
Hello? Hello? Yeah? Well, I can tell you right now, I haven't been to the doctor. That's the only thing I'm waiting to do. I got this bump inside. Then I can make you think about it all. Lose what? The blue. Yeah, right.
I got some rice if you need it. I got a whole bag of rice. I mean, it's just regular. You got some?
Yeah, we got some.
Oh.
We need some, but we know we got.
You damn right.
Hey, I don't want to sit in there. What? Yeah, but it ain't. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to sit in there and watch. I don't want to sit in there and watch. I know. Okay, I heard. You asked me what I said, I was just repeating.
I don't know why it keeps doing that, you guys. I don't know why it keeps doing that, you guys. If y'all don't mind, it's just a cigarette. Yeah. So, success can be defined by a number of metrics, right? The majority of people, of course, define success by the metric of dollars, right? Dinero. And, you know, to an extent, or maybe in a certain era, that was a pretty good, you know, certainly a valuable metric that would tell you a lot, right? Especially if you're like considering the sort of Ayn Rand, Atlas Shrugged school of thought, right? To where, according to that school of thought, wealth is a direct and really the only metric of one's success, right? Sort of the lifeblood of our modern system. Although, you know, like I said, originally success can be defined by any number of metrics. And I think that more and more, especially in the modern era, wealth is probably not a very good indicator of one's success. Okay, and what I mean by that, see, I define success probably differently than others. But I think you could probably define success by the metric of revelation, right? Because as far as I can tell, man, our people have been living under the yoke of this sort of great deception for like hundreds of years at least, man. At least like 500 years, right? And especially in this, like the modern day and age, the deception became so palpable, like so thick, right? That it was like at a breaking point. What isn't it like about to fucking blow, right? And so, in this world of deception and gross injustice, I think that being successful and flourishing, especially by the metric of monetary wealth, is a slippery slope indeed, because it's sort of an inversion of the Ayn Rand Atlas Shrugged school of thought, to where one's wealth almost becomes a badge or a token of evil, right? I mean, especially, when our entire economy, the sort of, the sort of economy that we have, which I'm drawing a blank, I'm not firing on all cylinders here. It's all based on profit, right? Capitalist. So we have a capitalist economy, which, in other words, is usury, right? So usury is something for nothing, right? Usury is buying low and selling high. Usury is charging interest on loans. Usury is profiting from foreign exchange, especially when there's deception involved, right? It's the one thing that is, in the official Bible where, all right, one thing in the official Bible that pissed off Yeshua Hermeshiach so hard that he flipped over the tables and started cursing the Sadducees, right? Usury. And so, being a capitalist system, the good old US of A, it is usury built into the system. It is the lifeblood of many people's main hustle, right? And so when you have very successful, very rich people, think Epstein and the like, who haven't produced anything, certainly haven't, according to the official narrative, I don't know Epstein, never met him, not judging him, but of the ilk of the people that make a lot of money and do very well for themselves, just sort of riding the tide of usury that is this economy. And don't even get me started on the creature from Jekyll Island. I'm fully aware of the whole fucking fiat currency thing, right? I've got the audiobook on my channel as a playlist, Creature from Jekyll Island, matter of fact. But the overarching point that I'm trying to make here is, while I personally may not be the most savvy capitalist, far from it, there are other metrics of one's worth and one's success, other than financial, right? But at the same time, as much as I do rebel and remove my consent from the system that is the Federal Reserve scam, it is still, currency is still, definitely necessary, right? And so with that being said, I can sure use your help, you guys. I'm struggling out here, and I may not be the best capitalist, but I do think that I've added other elements of value into the modern milieu, and I don't ask for anything in return. I don't profit from my work. Certainly not in the last several years, right? The whole shadow banning and purge thing, right? But with all that being said, I certainly don't turn away contributions, right? So it's like PayPal.me/TheMorgile, Venmo.com/TheMorgile, Cash App, $TheMorgile. I will put the I will put the links in the description, but I'm reading your comments here, you guys. I'm not going anywhere just yet. So Matrix is real says, as Jared said in his first video from Ant, a whole base, only the staff, military plane, and the ballers on the trip. So only 3 flat earthers, and now the ball is done deal again. Yeah, I mean, it's absurd. It's ridiculous. And part of me is just wondering if, again, maybe we haven't seen the final chapter of this, because we've tried, and by we, I just mean, the less than 1% of people that understand the truth and try to share it with people. We've tried it like everything, normally if you've got an interesting concept that is true and you present it in such a way that is compelling on video, it used to be that the internet would sort of do its thing, and it would, if there was merit to it and it was true and well done, it would get in front of people. But at a certain point, they and it's not just YouTube, it was like the whole cartel of fucking tech companies decided that, if they want to put the cork on a certain topic, whatever that topic may be, they've got protocols to do that. And so, hypothetically, if a person with a lot of internet clout was to realize the truth about the world and try to shout it from the rooftops, as many others have done before them, they would just put the cork on it. But by championing the ball for what was obvious forgery in Antarctica, it has sort of changed the dynamic of who's looking at whom, in terms of like audiences looking at content creators like Jaron. It's changed that dynamic, and so perhaps this has all been set up for a perfect sort of reaping, if you will. You never know. I lost my fucking pick, man. Heyo, I'm back. Going blind too, apparently. Dr. Bass Ackwards. Sorry, you guys. Like, what's happening to your comments? Put some comments down below so I know that I'm still doing this right. I don't know, man. I'm really bad at that shit sometimes, you know. Anyways, oh man. So, man, you know what I'm so fucking mad about, dude? Taco Tuesday's coming up. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna fuck around and catch a charge just to get some Taco Tuesday. Great evening. Question the answers. Dr. Bass here in City. Thank you, man. All right, cool. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll keep going here for a minute, you guys. But it's good to be out and free. Part of me is still like just reeling, Mina and everything. Like I was still kind of going through that when I fucked around and pulled into my own driveway, man. Yeah, didn't have the necessary papers, so they put me in a fucking jail for like almost over a month, almost 5 weeks. And that's not very long. I know this poor guy's been in there for a long time for a whole lot of nothing, man. It is fucking ridiculous. But even though it was only a month or whatever, it takes something out of you, man. It does something to you. And of course, you're expected to get right back to being productive. And it's just not feasible for certain people. I didn't know how much I missed Mina until I realized, God, I don't know anybody's phone number. It would have only been like $300 to pawn me out, right? But I didn't remember anyone's phone number. And the one person I know I could call to get bonded out doesn't exist. And so I think, to the point that I was making earlier, nobody's promised tomorrow, man. I mean, you can be the best person in the world, pay your taxes on time, Yo. Yeah, I'm good. Golden Bear, you okay?
Yeah.
And that person that does everything, by the book to a T, can die in a car crash tomorrow, right? It is so nice. And then, you've got people that do everything wrong, seemingly don't learn from their mistakes, don't give a fuck about nobody but themselves, rob banks every other month for a living, right? Smoke cigarettes and eat nothing but fucking carne asada, right? And those sort of people might live to their 102. You know what I mean? And so I think what my point is again, nobody's promised tomorrow. And while it does matter how you live your life, and you don't want to hurt anyone, at the end of the day, it's not up to us when it's ultimately our time, right? And so I think it's important to just love and appreciate the ones that you've got, man. You know what I mean? Let me piss off the neighbors a little bit more. And all right, you guys. I'm probably gonna wrap this one up. The sun is now down. Wow, look at that slight crescent moon, man. So it's setting with the sun. That's about where that motherfucker should be, according to the Ball Earth model. Sometimes that bitch would be out in the middle of the fucking night, man. Yeah, check out some of my videos about the moon being in the wrong place sometimes, according to the Ball Earth theory. Yeah, man. The shadow on my face is purple. Yeah, I have that effect on shadows, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I may actually try to do another stream up from my room or from my car. Yeah, I'm giving the car away. Too much temptation, too much trouble. Not giving it away. I basically gave it to my roommate to cover my rent while I was gone. That's okay, man. Like it's was not meant to be. I'm reading you Dr. Bass backwards. Yeah, man. basically the exact same show you do. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you, man. Oh wow, the question, the answers. That's cool, man. I wished I could have seen it. I guess you had to be there. You know what I mean? So yeah, dude. I'm so fucked, man. Like, I'm so screwed. I don't know what I'm gonna do, dude. Like, I had a couple of clients that I was doing some work for through Upwork type channels. And, you know, if you just disappear for 5 weeks, it doesn't do well for your clients, for your pipeline, you know, for your prospective clients. While I was locked up, Bitcoin and all financial markets took a nosedive. And like, my prospects are looking pretty fucking grim, y'all. Luckily, Lily's okay. I think I mentioned that. I'll definitely put her in one, man. But yeah, I'll put links in the description below if anybody wants to help. It is not obligatory, but it is much appreciated. I would love to go get a fucking hotel for a month. Like, honestly, my circadian rhythm is all jacked up, yo. Anyway, I love you guys very much. If you've got Venmo or PayPal, that's way preferred, because I'm in the negative with Cash App. I had a loan out with them that I was supposed to pay back, but then, you know, I was gone for a month, and so the loan, it's not much, it's like $150 or something. The loan went into default, and so I'm in the negative with Cash App. The loan that I took out for the car with PayPal gets 30% of everything that I earn on PayPal. Venmo's free and clear for now, but it's like I'm just and then, you know, the whole thing with Mina, man, it's like I'm all jacked up, Captain. I need your help. Really, what I need is a damn bonfire with some damn ayahuasca and some drugs or something now. Really, I need a fucking hot meal in a hotel room or something for like the next month. I'm not with it, y'all, but I love you guys very much, and I'll keep posting. As long as I'm living and breathing, I'll keep posting. Y'all be good. Spread the word, spread the world, and peace out, everybody. Mwah.